All right, is this going to be contested?
No, Your Honor, we have an agreement.
All right, the court is calling 2023 CR 8191, State versus Akili Brooks Jr. Could I have parties announced for the record?
We're paying for the state of Texas.
Arlene Gay for Mr. Brooks.
And are you Mr. Brooks?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilty and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same
Akili.
Akili Brooks Jr., who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 8191 for sexual assault of a child on January 24, 2024 for a term of 10 years? Is that you?
Correct, ma'am.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor, violation of condition number 29. On or about the 26th day of September 2025 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Akili Brooks Jr., did then and have unsupervised contact with minors in violation of condition number 29.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True. Violation of condition number 29, on or about the 26th day of September 2025 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Akili Brooks Jr., did then and have unsupervised contact with minors in violation of condition number 29.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True. State will waive the remaining violations, Your Honor.
Any objections to the waivers?
No objection.
Did you understand by pleading true to 29 and 29, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 20 years in the prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violations 29 and 29?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find 29 and 29 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, there is. The agreement is to grant the state's motion, revoke the defendant's probation, adjudicate him guilty, and sentence the defendant to 7 years TDC.
That is the recommendation, Your Honor. And if whenever I can speak as to my client pled true to those two allegations, and they are true, but just so the court knows that those are his own children, which just so the court knows, based upon the charge, that they weren't other children. I just want the court to know that these are his own children. The court had granted him supervised contact, but he did violate those conditions.
Why?
His wife moved to Spokane, which is right next to Idaho, and left the children here. She moved there so she could, there was a housing, she had an opportunity to get housing for a year. And she went over there to do that and left her kids here, which caused a great problem with the children. And I was going to take care of them. And his father was helping, but his father also works. So, and he did have, you don't babysit your own kids. Those are your own kids. So he was watching his own kids. And one of the times was his father went to church and did not take the youngest child, leaving the youngest child with him. So it was those circumstances. He doesn't really have the support. All the support is actually in Spokane, where his mom, relatives, aunts, uncles, grandmother, all those relatives live there. And only he has a father here. So that caused a lot of problems. And as the court knows, sex offender requirements are there for a reason, an important reason, but they're also very expensive. And so he has this issue about being around his own kids, but the court made it very clear, my understanding made it very clear that it was to be supervised contact with his kids.
And where are the children now?
The children reside in Spokane. Their mother, when we were here for the first time, Your Honor, and that was one of the things that his probation officer here and I discussed is the kids should be with their mom, shouldn't be here, because that would help free him up. Then the family bought airline tickets and got the kids in Spokane with the mom. So the kids aren't here anymore. So that's what happened there. And then, so that problem was solved, but then we are here before you. So we solved one problem, but we're here before you for these violations.
I don't understand why that hadn't been worked out before, and I don't understand any parent leaving their children when they know they shouldn't leave them. Maybe Child Protective Services should be involved, but
I spoke to father, I spoke to mother of the children. So what I'm telling you is, you know, I did investigate all of those things to try to do the best job I could to help him on this probation. But now we're here.
all right, are you asking the court to follow this agreement?
Yes.
Are you waiving your right to appeal? All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is finding violations of 29 and 29 true. The court will find you guilty, revoke. The court will sentence you to 7 years in the prison. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors, no residing in households with minors. And there's to be a continued Chapter 62 registration, and that's a lifetime registration. All right. Is there anything else?
Yes, Your Honor, there's two matters, and just for clarification, because when he gets on parole, parole will of course look at the judgment, look at what you put there. So he can be supervised around his own children, or
He can have supervised contact, but he's not allowed to reside in households with minors,
other than his children, or any child.
any child.
Okay.
That for the rest of my life now.
That's just what's in this order. And if somebody wants this order changed, they'll have to get an attorney to see about changing that.
Yeah, and I'll talk to you about that. And the other thing, Your Honor, is my client.
Right off the bat, the judge wants to know if this is going to be contested, and the answer is no. That means today's hearing is all about confirming whether Brooks violated probation, and what the consequences will be no drama yet.
Was arrested in Idaho,
Mhm.
and the hold was placed on, we believe it was October 15th, 2024,
Mhm.
until extradited back here. And he arrived here, we believe, December 5th, 2024.
All right. He'll receive credit for any time served if you'll talk to the clerks to make sure that the correct time is placed in the system.
Okay.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
No.
All right. Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Christy Ramirez. And are there any applications in this case? All right. Court is calling 2025 CR 012142, State versus Christy Ramirez. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Lauren Espinoza for the state.
Valentina Cobra on behalf of Christy Ramirez.
And are you Christy Ramirez?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, you received all discovery. Did you review it with your client?
Yes, sir.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Ramirez, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Ramirez, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
You're charged with theft of property, less than $2,500 with 2 or more previous convictions. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea, and gives you more than you bargained for. The fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses? Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
She does.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I believe she is unsure.
Ms. Ramirez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Absolutely.
By entering this plea, if you're not a U.S. citizen, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and reentry. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, there's 100 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244. There's an $800 fine and no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions? Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Yes, ma'am.
State any evidence.
Yes, Your Honor. State offers State's Exhibit 1 and all attachments.
State, you may be excused. Thank you. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports?
Yes,
But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments. The court has reviewed the same. The court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing? Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
We're asking the court to follow the plea bargaining agreement.
Important legal moment here. By pleading true, he's basically admitting to the violation in probation hearings. True is the equivalent of a guilty plea for the violation itself. And because this was deferred adjudication, one violation can instantly turn into a full conviction.
All right. The court will follow your agreement, sentence you to 180 days in the Bexar County Jail on a 1244. There's an $800 fine, time, and money to run concurrent. The court will give you credit for any time served. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm sorry, also as a part of her sentence, there's to be no contact with Walmart. All right, because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, off the record. How old are you?
53.
When are you going to stop stealing?
I am proactively in classes for substance use, and I feel like I'm at the end of my rope, so I'm ready.
All right, so here's the thing. If you continue to steal, one, you're going to continue to get caught and you're going to end up in jail. And at some point, these are going to be enhanced to 2 to 20 with the range of punishment, and you're going to be looking at 20 years for stealing.
Yes.
So if you continue the way you're going, half of your life is, well, you're already at the halfway point. I can say that. Unless people are planning on living to be 100, over 100, you know, I mean, it's doable. But if you want to be in good health, you know, nobody's living to be 200. I don't know anybody who wants to really live to be 200, but I'm in the twilight of my life, right? So you're going to wake up and half your life is already going to be gone because of what you're doing.
The defense is trying to soften the impact by explaining these were his own children, but in sex offender cases the rule is strict supervision, means supervision, no exceptions, judges don't gamble, with child safety conditions even when the kids are biologically his.
So if you have a drug or alcohol problem, there are plenty of places in San Antonio that will help you. Going to Walmart, going to these other stores and stealing and thinking you're not going to get caught, not going to happen. At Walmart now, at least I think at some of the Walmarts, they film you as you're coming in. They have gates, right? Everything is on lockdown because people won't stop stealing.
Understood.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Ms. Quinn.
You're welcome.
Judge, if I may, did the court say 100 days or 180 days?
100 days.
Yes.
Sure.
Judge Boyd is clearly losing patience. Here, leaving children in a home with someone who legally cannot supervise them is a massive red flag. And she's right, deferred probation is a second chance. Violating it, especially in this category of offense, usually closes every door. That question hits hard. That for the rest of my life. Now, yes, lifetime registration for many defendants. That reality doesn't fully sink in until this exact moment. Sex offender rules don't fade with time, and they follow you across state lines.